anger is that kind of emotion that usually makes us act irrationally. When we're angry, when we've just had a fight, when we've just had a disagreement, when we've just had a debate, when we've just disconnected from someone, that anger sometimes forces us to make irrational decisions. And this is one of the things that I've really focused on in my life. If I'm ever experiencing anger or I'm experiencing sadness, I try not to make decisions at that time of any kind, because you're always forced in that decision. That decision is always one that you'll end up regretting. Never make a decision when you're angry or sad. Remember this in any scenario, not just in cheating or with a partner, in any scenario. Never make a big decision when you're angry or sad. Because when you're angry or sad, your mind plays tricks on you and forces you to make irrational decisions that you would not otherwise believe in if you weren't experiencing that anger or sadness. Think about a moment at work where you were angry at a colleague and acted in a certain way. Maybe you just did something as small as send an email to the wrong person or talk to the wrong person. Think of a time when you were sad. What action did you take that now you look back on and think, I wish I didn't do that? I genuinely believe, and we've seen this in so many studies and books and spirituality, that I believe stress is usually about something in the future or something in the past, right? So when you're feeling an amount of stress, an amount of anxiety, an amount of nerves, so this is what you want to do. You want to find 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. The point is, what this does is that it's called grounding or centering. And what it does is it brings you back into the present moment. It grounds you, it centers you. And then after having done that, I usually align with my breath. So what I mean by that is I breathe in for the same amount of time as I breathe out. 4 in, 1, 2, 3, 4. And breathing out and counting 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. What that's doing is that it's bringing your mind and body back into alignment. We feel pressure and stress and anxiety when our body is ahead of our mind. Anger is one of the second reasons people cheat. And if anyone's experiencing anger or pain in their relationship, I highly recommend that you work through it. I highly recommend you focus on healing it. I highly recommend you focus on breaking through and pushing through it rather than it forcing you to do something else. If you don't force through it, it will force through you. That's how anger works. If you don't break through and heal it, it will make you do things you will regret later.